Seems like a turning point for the emerging police state was the aftermath of 9/11. There were many people, me included, who thought that many of these powers given to government of surveillance, of tracking people and so on were legitimate. You were one of the few people who warned even then that this was giving the government power that could be misused, could be abused, could be turned on American citizens who are not terrorists, and you were right.
Those were my thoughts, but the most prominent person here in Washington was probably my dad, Ron Paul, who said that basically your fear of terrorism, your granting of these powers will someday be used against American citizens, not against terrorists. If you give us your liberty, we'll give you security. And people said, here's our liberty, here's our liberty. And they said, well, you'll never use it against Americans, right?
John, in 1978, the FISA law established these so-called FISA courts. And the idea was, consistent with the American system, checks and balances. If you are going to do surveillance on somebody, you need to go to a court and get authorization to do that.
After 9/11, all of the barriers that were constructed between counterintelligence and criminal investigation were removed.
The FBI overstepped its authority in conducting investigations against American citizens.
The FBI misused a popular digital surveillance tool on everyday Americans more than 278,000 times in 2020 going into 2021.
Something seems to have happened to the FBI of late.
9/11 happened to the FBI when George Bush, 43, called Bob Mueller up to Camp David. He said, Bob, I know you're going to catch them, but what are you going to do to stop the next one? And that was the beginning of the police state that we're in.
Police state. Buy it or stream it now at SalemNOW.com. SalemNOW.com.